Hello everyone, and welcome back. My name is King Kongville, and today we're back in Kingdom Come Deliverance. So last time we finished up the prologue, and we escaped my village that was being attacked. And today, we are in the neighboring village that I warned, and yeah, I guess we'll be continuing on. So, without further ado, what am I supposed to do again? I don't remember. Talk to Sir Robard. Okay. That's you. Alright.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be
Thank
all
you.
done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Absolutely.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
There we go.
Milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So
Lady.
this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Oh, that's very
Certainly.
generous.
Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
I like Sir Robard. He had to remind me to thank her. That's awesome.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Yeah, I like Sir Robard. I like him so far. He's a good guy. He's a good character. Pick up. I'll need to eat. There's the wine. Alright. So now let's eat that. Bread rolls are getting kind of old. Nourishment's at 22. Okay, well let's. There we go. Foods or nourishment's at 100. Energy's really low, but okay. I am about to fall asleep, it looks like.
My word. Oh, good God.
Alright, I'm going to bed. I'm
I
going.
need to lie down before I split my face open from yawning.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yep, I'm tired. Alright. Sit. And eat. Start. We'll do that. It'll give me 81 energy. And it's like early the next day, so that'll work. Didn't get very far into the night.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
I'm not sleeping very well. Understandable after the day he's been through. Yes?
It is I, Henry.
Aw.
Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady,
Ooh, nice.
no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
Oh, that's very sweet.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
Hey, you're probably not
My
wrong.
lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not alone.
So nice.
Thank you.
She's a very kind lady.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal.
Yeah, about as bad as it gets, honestly.
I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
It certainly can sometimes. Yeah, let's tell the story of the raid.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Let's see. The collected debt.
A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik.
We'll do this one.
The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzik himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Go with I saw smoke on the horizon.
I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Killed my father and mother.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Needed a horse.
I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman
I
savages
remember
who
that.
came to violate her.
I wanted to help the millmaid, but I couldn't.
I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to. Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzik, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
I don't doubt that one bit.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
That's a good question.
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world.
Is he?
That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride.
But who allows
Must
Satan
not lose faith,
to do what he
whatever
does?
life brings. Fate
That would be
has
God.
not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot.
Especially in that
Shortly
time,
after
yeah.
our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
Is
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
that's pretty
Years, you
rough.
say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Harvel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
Yeah, but there's something going on here now.
Lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad.
Flirt with the Lord's
Would it be true?
wife.
But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
That was nice of her to come check on me and talk with me. That's very sweet of her. Very nice woman. Take off your nasty boots, or don't. Oh well. Payment of the raid.
Come on, running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us!
I can only imagine.
Help us.
Horrible. Poor man. A kid. Be a coward? Ooh. Poor kid.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Uh-oh. That's likely not good. Oh. They're here. That one's via the gateway stairs. Right. Gateway. Stairs.
Until it blows over.
Maybe. Only all they have to do is lean on some scarlet surf and he'll happily tell them everything.
Oh, bird.
Not that I'm spoiling for a fight, but if I...
Card, that's the card.
Prepare for the worst, but don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Alright. There he is. What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
May the Lord watch over.
Alright. Interesting. Don't seem like an army.
Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Oh.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was
Yeah,
a wise
that makes
man.
sense. Yeah,
Your
absolutely.
messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest.
Not sure I
When it
trust him.
began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come,
Yeah, but what
better
about
bend
us?
your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's
I'm afraid that's what he
futile.
did. That's why I
You're
suspect
right
he did
there.
it.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't
They're
leave their
dead, dude.
corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of
Don't
going
be a
back there, you
fool.
donkey. Are you tired of living?
Seriously.
Sir, quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him.
Exactly. Come on.
Divish,
Don't be an idiot.
make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Balding.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend. and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times.
I'm not sure I trust him. I'm afraid that he turned or something. I don't know. I don't know. Don't be an idiot, kid. Come on. You're not going back to do anything for your parents.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people, now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Talk to Sir Robard. And be of help.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid.
Seriously.
Don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Good luck to you.
Alright. Watch on the battlements. I have my sword. Oh, it already is equipped. Okay. Guess I'll just walk around. Out on occasion. I don't know, Oh.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Sure.
What do you think about the Skalitz folk?
It's a hell of a thing. First, everyone is shitting themselves that Sigismund is coming, and then it turns out like this. Praise the Lord they got out of the siege. Skalitz Castle is well fortified, all right, but I hear Sigismund's army is huge, and facing him is suicide. Sir Radzig did the right thing. I'm sorry you didn't all manage it.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
I could just skip time, apparently. I'm in a private area. Let's go ahead and get out of here. You know... Oh. Well, where am I? How do I get out of here? Fell. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Is there anyone else I can talk to? Talk to this guy.
What do you think about the Skalitz folk managing to slip away like that?
I can't imagine how they did it. The more I think about it, they was either blessed, or Sigismund's mercenary army ain't up to much. When you're on campaign, you keep watch no matter how much it's pissing down. If any of us make such a cock-up, Sir Robard will flare his skin up our backs.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Aye. Well, it's a shame your folks couldn't be saved.
Is Sir Robard really that tough?
Tough? Aye. But he's fair. He's a veteran of many a campaign, so he knows warcraft.
I believe it.
God be with you.
Talk to this guy real quick.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to flee the siege?
Thank the Lord. I thought it was Sigismund descending on us.
Seems
I'm
everyone
sure he did.
thought that.
Well, we were all expecting the worst. And the truth is, I'm still worried what will happen when Sigismund comes here. And
Understandable.
come he will, of that I'm sure. I just hope we'll be as fortunate when we're face to face with that fucker. By the way, Henry, my condolences.
Thank you.
Farewell.
So I guess
What do you think about the
I don't know if I
Skalitz
talked to
folk?
this guy already or
It's
not.
a hell of a thing. First, everyone is shitting themselves that Sigismund is coming, and then it turns out like this. Praise the Lord!
Okay,
they got
this
out of
is the guy I
siege.
talked to.
Skalitz Castle is well fortified, all right, but I hear Sigismund's army is huge, and facing him is suicide. Sir Radzig did the right thing.
I'm sorry you didn't all manage to get away.
So am I.
May God ease your pain.
Thank you.
I reckon that Sir Radzig must be a good man,
More.
the way he looks after his people. But you probably know him better.
Not really. My father was forging a sword for him, and when he came to have a look at it, we exchanged a few words. That's it.
Then that's a fine lord. Take care now.
Good health
Guy.
to you.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to get away?
Fortune smiled on him, that's for certain. Sigismund must be seething with rage.
Just a shame Fortune didn't smile on all of them.
Oh, shit. Sorry. And you know Sir Radzig Kobyla?
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him a few times. Why do you ask?
He must be a fine lord. Takes such good care of every one of his serfs.
Surely all the lords do that.
Ah. I could tell you some stories.
No.
About Sidivich?
Jesus, no. I didn't mean it like that. Just that I heard stories from other soldiers that would make your skin crawl.
I see.
Take care now.
Alright, yeah, let's skip some time. Skip an hour. I go ahead and skip one more. It looks like it'll stop me. Or it didn't stop me. Well, day is rising. Dawn is rising. Still raining. Nothing appears to be happening.
Let's go! Let's go!
Oh.
Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
That doesn't sound good. Where you going? Outer Bailey. Okay. They're here. About to hit the fan. Yep.
We're going to hit them like skeletons.
Yep.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause.
This is not going to go well.
We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
Okay, you think you can take them? Take them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvard. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday,
Shutting
His
him
Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, the Radzig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less.
Seriously.
Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Ooh.
Am I to inform the king
Backing
then
him down.
that the Radzig Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there's little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Well, I mean, that worked. That worked. We survived. No attack this day. Hopefully. We'll see if it actually worked. I feel like it's going to. But maybe not. Okay. Oof. That was a little hairy there for a second.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
I see what you're thinking there, dude. Don't be an idiot. We'll kill him at the end of the game, I'm sure. I need to get a horse, talk to Thorvald, and bury my family. Oh, what? Talk to Sir Robard. Where'd he go? Over here a second ago. Yes.
My respects to you.
Why does Sigismund raid Skalitz?
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg. Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me. because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair.
I'm
Him
sure
and
he did.
Wenceslas's cousin Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Afraid of the insurgent lord.
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their armies and stopped his conquest of the Bohemian territories?
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
What do you know about the Cumans?
Where did these Cumans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit.
Yeah,
And
that makes
believe me,
sense.
It's always about power and money.
Always about power and money, I agree. Fortunately.
So Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
In my shoes, you'd do the same thing.
So Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders.
Crap.
You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Okay, well... see, what do I need to do now? Get out of the castle. Get a horse and get out of the castle. But I think with that failure, I am going to call it quits here for this episode. So we got lucky. We avoided being attacked once again by Sigismund of Hungary, his army. And yeah, I've got to figure out how to get a horse and get out of here and head home to bury my family. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to come back in 2 weeks for the next episode. And yeah, check out some of the other series I have on my channel. There are several things in there that I think you may enjoy. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, however much of it is left. And I will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.